Hello everyone, good morning. I am Ankit Sharma from the Narayana Group, and today we are going to discuss 23rd of January 2025 Shift 1 paper Mathematics. So unfolding the first question. Yeah. So here look at this question, a bit simple. Our multiple thoughts would come looking at this thing 12 by 13, 5 by 13. So of course you are thinking correct. So we'll take simply let 5 by 12 by 13 as cos theta simply. So that means I'll be getting sin theta from here as what? 5 by 13. This is by that triangle method only, and that's what we are doing. So this will be my theta, and cos happens to be my 12, and this is 13. So this naturally 5 by Pythagorean triplet. And now this turns out to be cos inverse of the given quantity. So 12 by 13 is cos theta. So this will be cos theta cos x plus sin theta sin x. This thing I can write down cos inverse of cos of x minus theta. So I have here cos inverse of cos of x minus theta. So I just need to see where is my x minus theta lying, because ultimate goal should be to check where it is, because we are taking it out from cos inverse of cos. So if you draw the graph of cos inverse of cos, this goes this way. Now this is my pi, and this turns to be minus pi. So I want to see whether this is lying on the left or to the right. So for this thing, we'll just see where is my x minus theta from. So as theta belongs to what? 0 to pi by 2, as both are positive. So definitely sin and cos both are positive. So first quadrant. And now if you look at x, then our x belongs to what? Pi by 2 to 3 pi by 4. So now if I do x minus theta, then x minus theta will belong to what? Pi minus 0, and then pi by 2 minus pi by 4. So pi minus pi by 4. It will go here. And now this thing will be simply what? From 0 to pi. That means I am coming to this segment. So this segment will turn out to be what? Simply x minus theta itself. And all the options are given in tan. So we'll convert theta into tan. So we have this triangle. We can write down tan theta is equal to 5 by 12, and this makes x minus tan inverse of 5 over 12. That makes our option 1 correct. Okay. So moving to the next. Now let us see. So here this locus is given, and they have given that it's equation of circle with center at C, and the area of triangle whose vertices are the points 0, 0, C, alpha 1, alpha 0 is 11 square units. So we have to find out alpha. No problem. So we'll simply write down here 3 over modulus of z bar minus I will be equal to what? We can take 2 common just for easy calculation. Rest there is no aim. And we'll write down here 3, and then this is nothing but our usual x minus yi minus I will be equal to 2 times. This will be again x minus yi plus I over 2. Now we are finding the modulus of this, so and squaring simultaneously. So I'll be having 9 times. This will become x square, and then plus of y plus 1 square will be equal to 4 times. This will now become x square, and then this will become plus 1 by 2 minus y the whole square. Alright, now we'll simplify this further, and this gives me 9 times x square plus y square plus 2y plus 1 is equal to 4 times. This will be x square plus this we can write down basically, or else let's write down, no issue, 1 by 4, and then minus y plus y square. Now we'll take this 4 inside, and I'll be having 5x square, 9 minus 4, 5x square, and here we have got 9y square, and here 4y square. So again plus 5y square, and this is 18y, and here this is 4. So this will become plus 22y. All right, and then constants will turn out to be 9 minus 1, so will become plus 8 is equal to 0. And we can see the center now. So center here becomes 0 comma minus 11 by 5. We can see it here. So 0 comma minus 11 by 5 is our center here. So we want the area of triangle whose vertices are the points 0, 0, alpha 0. So we'll construct a triangle here. It's like this. So one vertex is the origin 0, 0, second vertex is some alpha comma 0 here, this turns out to be, and here is my 0 comma minus 11 by 5. So we have to find out the area of this triangle. So area of this triangle you can simply write down same way, and the area is also given, that is given to be what, 11. So 11 is equal to half into base into height, so base will be simply alpha and height is 11 by 5. Okay, though it is this is just the coordinate 0 comma minus 11 by 5 because ultimately we are finding the height, so it depends upon you how you accept. So now we want alpha square, so we'll simply square it, and then here we can see alpha and alpha gets cancelled, 11 gets cancelled, and alpha will be simply 10, so alpha square will be 100. Okay, so this we have solved by the usual method. If you solve by determinant, then you might get two values of alpha. For that reason they are asking alpha square. Okay, so that makes our option 2 correct. Okay, moving to the next part. Yeah, so this question is from statistics. It says marks obtained by all the students of class 12 are presented in frequency distribution with class of equal width, no problem. So median, this question is related to what? Median of this group data, so no problem. We'll write down the median formula first. So what is the median formula? So median formula will be m is equal to L plus n by 2 minus Cf over f into height, correct? So this is the formula for median, and now what do we want? We'll fill all the data. So they have given the median of the group data is 14, so we'll write down 14 here, and median class interval is 12 to 18. So L is the lower limit of the class, so which is 12, and then plus n by 2 we want. N by 2 is not given to us, no problem, that's what required, number of students we don't have. So minus cumulative frequency we have to see. So first let's find out the median class frequency, it's given. So median class frequency is given to be 12, so we'll write down here, and then height is given to be class interval is 12 to 18, so height becomes naturally 6. And if the number of students whose marks are less than 12, so marks are less than 12 means we are writing the cumulative frequency table. So the moment you write down cumulative frequency table, this turns out to be cumulative frequency is now 18. Okay, because they are saying the number of students whose marks are less than 12 is 18, so cumulative frequency will turn out to be 18. Now from this equation we have to find simply n. So yes, 14 minus 12 will add on there, 2 is equal to, here it's simple, n by 2 minus 18, and then this 6 and 12 will send it here, and then this 2 will come again to this side. So this becomes naturally 4, and then n is equal to what? 18 plus 4, 22, and from here you directly get n is equal to 44. So again it was a simple question, so that makes our option D correct, 4th. Okay, so next part. So again beautiful question from matrices. So A and B, and adjoint of A inverse, adjoint of B inverse are non-singular matrices of same order, and we want the inverse of this matrix. So basically what is required is inverse of this matrix. So we want A into adjoint of A inverse plus adjoint of B inverse, the whole inverse, into B inverse. That's what we have to find out. Okay, I'm saying inverse of this thing. So we'll apply the inverse law. So for this I'll be getting B inverse, means it will be reversed. So B inverse into, this will turn out to be adjoint of A inverse plus adjoint of B inverse into A inverse. Alright, now we have to adjust this thing because options are given in terms of adjoint of A and B. So for this thing we'll recall, adjoint of A inverse. So adjoint of A over determinant of A is equal to A inverse. So now in this only what we will do, we will replace A by A inverse, right? We will replace A by A inverse, so I will be having adjoint of A inverse, and this will turn out to be what? determinant of A inverse is equal to, this is A inverse of A. A inverse of A inverse will become A. So I'll be sending it to that side. So from here I'll be getting adjoint of A inverse is equal to A over det of A. Okay, and we'll simply replace it here. So we'll be getting B inverse, and we have adjoint of A inverse, which turns out to be A over det A. So B over det B times A inverse. Okay, came back to this. Now we'll simply apply it here, pre and post multiplication. So I'll be getting B inverse A inverse over det of A plus B inverse B A inverse over det of B. Now this thing becomes an identity, and here this becomes an identity. So we can simply write down B inverse over det A plus A inverse over det B. But options are not given in this form, so we'll write down B inverse again in terms of in this form. We'll write down in this form. So I'll be having B inverse can be written as adjoint of B over det A det B plus adjoint of A over det A det B. Okay, and yes, this makes our option B correct. Second option is correct for this thing. I hope you understood this thing. Okay, sir, ready. Okay, so coming to question number 5, let's see.
Sixth question.
So coming to question number 5. So it's based on the relation. So I have the set to be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, and a relation is defined. So we know that R is a subset of A cross A as the definition of relations, and now R is already given to us. R is given to be what? 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. So we have to add a minimum number of elements to make it an equivalence relation. So now to make it an equivalence relation, we need to make it a reflexive and symmetric first. So let's see how we can make it reflexive. So for reflexive, all the elements must be here like 1, 1, 2, 2. So we'll add all those elements. So first I'll be having 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll add 1, 1, and I need to add 2, 2. 3, 3 is already there, so no need to add. We'll write 4, 4. Now we have added these 4 basic requirements for reflexive. So this is now reflexive. Now we need to make it symmetric. So for symmetric, we have 1, 2 is given. That means I need to add 2, 1, and 2, 3 is given. So I need to add 3, 2 as well. So you can see now it becomes symmetric. So yes, all are there now. So this becomes symmetric. Now we have to balance the transitive case. So transitive case means we will see first AB and BC are there. So AC also should be there. So I have here 1, 2, 2, 3. That means I need to add 1, 3 first. So 1, 3 is added. So the moment I have added 1, 3, now symmetric thing will be disturbed. So for 1, 3 we have to add 3, 1 also. So now it becomes symmetric and transitive as well. And now you can see 3, 3, yes, 2, 1, 1, 2, yes, 3, 2, 2, 3, all are balanced. So no need to add further elements. Now this makes an equivalence relation. So how many elements we have added so far in white? So you can see that there are total 7. So answer would be 7. Okay. Yes. So moving to the next question, 6th. So here this is given to be what? Number of words, the number of words which can be formed using all the letters of the word daughter, so that all vowels never come together. So here this is the key. We have all vowels. Okay. All vowels never come together. So it is all vowels. That means we can apply the bijection rule. So with the bijection rule, it is all vowels. So no need to apply, means you should not apply gap method, because some people feel that no two vowels are together and all vowels are together. So here this is case of all vowels never come together, but some vowels can come. That means I will use bijection rule. So for bijection rule will be what? Total number minus all vowels together. So total minus all vowels together. So let's find out. So total will be what? Basically we'll write down here daughter. So D A U G H T E R. So vowels I have written in the subscript, and consonants are as usual, so that it will be easy to see. Now how many letters are total? So 5 and 3, 8. So 8 factorial is going to be the total number of words formed, and as there is no repetition here, so yes. And vowels are together, so what we will do, we will take vowels as one case. So A union E, not union, sorry, it's A U E will be together as one unit, and remaining D G H T R as separate. So how many letters now we have total? So D G H T and R. So 5 plus 1, 6. So it will be 6 factorial, and 6 factorial ways they can be arranged. And now the thing is, A, U, E can also interchange among themselves. So it will be again 3 factorial. So now 8 factorial minus this thing. So what we will do, we'll take 6 factorial common. So I'll be having here 8 into 7 minus this is what, again 6. So this will be what? 6 factorial into 50. So 6 factorial is 720 into 50. So we have here 0 0 and then 72 into 5, that is 36. So 36,000 should be the answer, and that makes our option 2 correct. Alright, moving to the next part, 7th question. So here we have, okay, so coming to the 7th question. Now let us see. So here in this part we have from e square to e4, e to the power 4, 1 over x. So yes, e to the power log x square. So looking at this question, we have a gut feeling that everywhere log x is appearing. That means we should take log x as t, the ideal way. We'll differentiate, so 1 over x dx will become dt. Alright, so this is also balanced, and now we'll change the limits. So as x is equal to e square, my t will become now 2, e square 2 will come down, and when my x is equal to e power 4, t will become 4. So now this my integration becomes 2 to 4 e to the power t square plus 1 the whole inverse over e to the power t square plus 1 the whole inverse plus e to the power 6 minus t the whole square plus 1 the whole inverse. That's what we have. So we'll again apply the property. So we'll be having here e to the power t, we can write down 6 minus t the whole square plus 1 the whole inverse over e to the power 6 minus t the whole square plus 1 the whole inverse plus e to the power here 6 minus t. So just simply t square plus 1 the whole inverse dt. Okay, and the property that we have applied is integral a to b f of x dx same as integral a to b f of a plus b minus x. Okay, so this also turns to be my I itself. Now we're going to add both the equations 1 and 2. So adding 1 and 2, you can see here the denominator is same, so numerators can be added, and the moment I add the numerator, this entire thing gets cancelled. That means all I have is from only 2 to 4, simply it gets cancelled, just t, right? Denominators are same, so numerators can be added and they will be cancelled. So 2y is equal to 2 to 4 dt, that means I can write down 2y is equal to 2, so this makes your I equal to 1. That makes our option 1 correct. Okay. Coming to the next question, question number 8. Question number 8 is now from the differential equations. So we have a curve passing through the point 0, 5 and ln2, k. So if the curve satisfies the differential equation, so our goal is to handle this differential equation. So we'll write down e to the power 2x dx will be equal to 7 plus e to the power 2x dy. I can write down dy over dx as 2 then 3 plus y into e over 2x over 7 plus e to the power 2x is equal to dy over dx. So of course I have the presence here of y, that means I should think of making it the linear differential equation. So dy by dx minus 2 into e power 2x over 7 plus e power 2x y is equal to, it will become 6 into e power 2x over 7 plus e over 2x. So this is of the type a linear differential equation, that is dy over dx plus p of x into y is equal to q of x. That's my linear differential equation. So we will now find the integrating factor. So let's find the integrating factor. So integrating factor will become e to the power integration of p dx. So that is e to the power, it's simply minus of 2 times e to the power 2x over 7 plus e to the power 2x dx. So now basically you can see here, so the derivative of the denominator is present in the numerator. That means I can simply write down e to the power minus ln of 7 plus e to the power 2x, and this will be 1 over 7 plus e power 2x. That's what we got, our integrating factor. So now we have to move ahead. So this will give me basically solution would be, so the solution is given by y into integrating factor is equal to integration of q into integrating factor dx plus c. So our goal is now to calculate this part. Basically we'll now calculate this part, what it is. So integrating factor we already have taken, it's what, 1 over 7 plus e to the power 2x, that's what we have, right? So let's solve this differential equation now. So this will turn out to be so y into integrating factor is 1 over 7 plus e power 2x is equal to integration of q. Q is what? So we have written minus 6, no, not minus 6, just 6 6 into e power 2x over 7 plus e power 2x, and then integrating factor also joins, so e power 2x dx and then plus c. This we can write on y, and then 7 plus e power 2x will be equal to, now here you see 3 will keep it here, and 2 times e power 2x will be here, and we can write down 7 plus e power 2x whole square dx plus c. So now the task is to find the integration of this term. So basically this requires a substitution, so we'll write it down. No substitution is required, I guess, because you see 7 plus e power 2x. So if you see the derivative of 7 plus e power 2x, so this will turn out to be 2 into e power 2x. So I can simply write it down directly here, and that turns out to be y over 7 plus e power 2x is equal to, this will be simply minus 3 over 7 plus e power 2x, because the derivative of 1 over x is minus 1 upon x square. So we have integration of 1 over x square, which we can write minus 1 by x. So yes, that is confirmed. And then we have here c. So this turns out to be now y is equal to minus 3 plus c times 7 plus e power 2x. Now my curve passes from 0 comma 5, so we'll write down 5 is equal to minus 3 plus c into, this is what, 7 plus 1, 8. So yes, from here we get c equal to 1. That means presence of c is not required. So we can now write down y is equal to minus 3 plus 7, means which is 3 plus 7 into e power 2x, like this. 7 plus. So this will give me basically, we can write it down, y is equal to 4 plus e power 2x. Now we want when the value of x is log 2, so write down, so y of log 2 to the base e will be equal to what? So it will become 4 plus e to the power 2 times log 2. So this will give me 4 plus, this will become e to the power 2 square, so will also come down, that will become again 4, so this turns out to be 8. So the answer should be 8 for this. Okay. Moving to the next part, question number 9. Okay, so one more question unfolded, question number 9. Let's see. So we want the domain of f compose G. So yes, that means in f will insert G. So I'll be having f compose G of x will now become ln of, and now G of x will go inside, so it will become x power 4 minus 2x cube plus 3x square minus 2x plus 2 over 2x square minus 2x plus 1. So they just want the domain of this function. So for finding the domain, this quantity inside the argument of logarithm, it should be what? Defined, and should be more than 0. That means, so for this to be defined, I should be having x power 4 minus 2x cube plus 3x square minus 2x plus 2 over 2x square minus 2x plus 1 should be positive. So here we'll think of applying the wavy curve, but the problem is, can we factor this out? So we'll take this f is equal to what? The numerator only. We'll see what is the behavior of this. So if you see the behavior of f dash, so it becomes 4x cube minus 6x square plus 6x minus 2. Finding one more derivative will give me 12x square minus 12x plus 6. So here you can take 12 common, and that turns out to be x square minus x plus 1 by 2. So here minus 1 plus 1 by 2, yes. So here in this you see b square minus 4ac becomes negative. So that means this quantity is always up. So f double dash is always positive, means function is concave up, means my function is concave up. So if my function is concave up, I just have to see what happens at 0, because power 4. So I can find out f of 0 gives me 2. That means my function will always lie above x-axis, okay, because 0 we are getting 2 and rest it's concave up, so it should go like this. That means I don't have to worry about this guy, this is always positive. So this is now out of our league, so we'll just remove it, because that's true for every real number. Now we have 2x square minus 2x plus 1, so here also we'll check the quadratic nature. So we'll have b square minus 4ac, and that turns out to be again 4 minus 4 into 2, so this is also negative. That means denominator is also positive for any value. That means we don't have to worry about anything. So we'll just simply mark the option A, because the domain here becomes our real number, because this f and g both, we can say this is the denominator I'm taking as g. So f and g both are positive for any value of real, any value of r. So that means domain is going to be what? Entire real number. So domain of f is going to be entire real number. Okay. So here we go for the next one. It's 10th. Now let us see what it says. So it says that let the arc of a circle subtend a right angle at the center. So that means we have a circle like this, and there is some center here, and here we, let us say we have an arc, and it subtends right angle, so it is perpendicular basically here. Okay, so I'll magnify the diagram basically. So it's like this somewhat, we can think, and this happens to be my center, and it is perpendicular right here at this part. So it's my arc AC, and center is given to be O, so yes, fine. And now if the point B is on the arc AC, so point B is on the arc AC is such that length of arc AB over length of arc BC is 1:5. So this divides into the ratio 1:5. So of course we now have to find out their corresponding angles here, or like whatever angle it's subtending there. So we know that my S is equal to what? R theta. So that means radius is constant. So yes, S is directly proportional to theta. So if this is theta here, then this will now going to be what? Phi theta. Alright. So that means I can take this angle to be what? 6 theta is equal to 90. So theta is equal to 15. So that means I have this angle to be 15 degree and this angle is my 75 degree. Okay. Divides in the ratio 1:5. So yes, that's correct. So 15 degree and 75 degree, we found these two angles. Now they are saying OC bar. So yes, we can write it A bar. This is my C bar. This happens to be my B bar. They have written OC bar is equal to alpha times OA bar plus beta times OB bar. So this we can write down C bar is equal to alpha A bar plus beta into B bar. Now we have to find out alpha and beta basically. So let's find it. We know all the angles, like what is my angle A bar is making with B bar making with C bar, and also A bar making with C bar. So we'll try to take the dot product. So I'll be having A bar dot C bar will be equal to alpha and then A square modulus A square and B times A bar dot B bar. So A bar dot C bar, as they are perpendicular, so yes, this will now become 0, and I have here alpha, and this will be modulus of A square. We don't know what it is. That's radius only ultimately, but still. And then beta I have here, and this will become modulus of A and modulus of B into cos angle between A and B is 15. So yes, mod A mod B all are equal, so that means I can remove it. It will be gone from the equation. So I'll be having simply alpha plus beta cos 15 is equal to 0. So yes, we got one equation. Now let's find out the other one. So we will now dot with B. So if I dot with B, I'll be having this equation as my star equation. I'll be dotting with B now. So let us see what do we get. Our goal is to get two equations. Solving that would give us the value of alpha and beta, and that's what we are searching for. So yes, let's dot with B. So B bar dot C bar will become alpha A bar dot B bar plus beta mod B square. So like usual, B bar dot C bar, so it's again angle between them is 75. So I'll be having here cos 75 will be equal to alpha. This will become a mod B. Angle between A and B is again 15, so I'll be writing here cos 15 plus this will become beta into mod of B square, and we know that these are all the radii of the circle, so this will be completely gone from the equation, and I'll be left with cos 75 will be equal to alpha cos 15 plus beta. So we know all these values, cos 15, cos 75. So we'll just put the value of alpha here into this equation. So I can write down cos 75 is equal to alpha is what? Minus of beta, and then I can write down cos square 15 plus beta. So this will become now cos 75, and then beta we can take common. So 1 minus cos square will now become sin square 15. So cos 75 is same as sin 15. Cos sin 90 minus 15 we can write down. So one of the sin will get cancelled, and beta will be simply 1 by sin 15. So we need to know the value of sin 15. So sin 15 we know what it is. So sin 15 is basically root 3 45 minus 30. So root 3 minus 1 upon 2 root 2. So this will become 2 root 2 over root 3 minus 1. So that is my beta. And now we can use equation 1 to get the value of alpha. So let's use equation 1. Using equation 1 to get the value of alpha, so I'll be getting alpha is equal to minus beta cos 15. So beta we have, it is 2 root 2 over root 3 minus 1 with minus, and cos 15 will again become root 3 plus 1 upon 2 root 2. So this 2 root 2 gets cancelled, and we have now only minus of root 3 plus 1 over root 3 minus 1. So this one we can simply further decorate by multiplying by root 3 plus 1, so that this looks cute. So I'll be having a root 3 plus 1 square. So this root 3 plus 1 square will give me root 3 plus 1 square over 3 minus 1 is 2 basically. So just we can write down minus 1 over 2. 3 plus 1 will become 4 plus 2 root 3. So this also further can be simplified to give you minus of 2 plus root 3. So we found alpha and we have found beta. Now we'll go to this equation, what they want. And sir, when I am removing these objects, that time you remove that video also. Erasing is not required, na? So we found the value of alpha and beta. Now let's plug in. So we want alpha plus root 2 into root 3 minus 1 beta. So yes, alpha is minus of 2 plus root 3 plus root 2 will remain as it is, root 3 minus 1, and beta is what? 2 root 2 over root 3 minus 1. So this root 3 minus 1 gets cancelled, and then this will now become minus 2 minus root 3 plus 4. So this will give me 2 minus root 3. That makes our option 2 correct. So coming to the next part, question number 11. Yes. So we want the value of sine 70 degree and cot 10 minus cot 70 minus 1. So yeah, let's begin. So this cot 10 and cot 70 are not our favorite. We'll write down them in the form of cos by sine. So that looks good. So we can write down here cos 10 cos 70 minus sine 10 sine 70 over sine 10 sine 70. So that sine 70 gets its partner and gets cancelled. So yes, and cos 10 cos 70 we can be written as cos A cos B minus sin A sin B will give me cos A plus B. So cos 80 over sine of 10. So cos 80 and sine of 10, they add up to 90 and they are complementary, means they add up to, they get cancelled to give you 1. So here option 2 will be correct. This was in fact the easiest question. Moving to the next part, question number 12. It's given to be area of triangle with vertices. So we have a triangle, and it's P here, Q here, R here. P vertex is given to be what? 5, 4, and Q is given to be minus 2, 4, and R vertex is given AB, and ortho center they have given, and we want the coordinates of R basically. So yes, we'll just drop the perpendiculars here, and we'll drop the perpendiculars here. Okay, so any two sides you can take, that's perfectly fine. Even if you can take PQ and then find AB, perfectly fine, no problem. I'm taking these two, you can take any, depending upon your convenience. So I will call it O already given, ortho center. It's 2, 14 by 5, sorry. Two, 14 over 5 we have. So yes, let's find out. So first we will find out the slope of OQ. Once we get the slope of OQ, that means we got the slope of PR. This is for getting the slope of PR basically. MOQ will write down. So that turns out to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So it will become 14 minus 20 minus 6 over 4 into 5. So that gives me minus 3 over 10. So this will give me 10 by 3. So therefore, equation of PR I have. So equation of PR now will become y2 minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So yes, we got the equation of PR. Now the same logic we will apply and find out the slope of OP. So slope of OP is required. So once we got the slope of OP, that means I can get the slope of QR. So yes, let's find out slope of MOP. MOP. So MOP will now become 14 by 5 minus 4 over 2 minus 5 will become now 14 minus 20 is minus so minus 6 over 5 into minus 3. So this gets cancelled, we get here 2 by 5. So therefore MOP is 2 by 5. So therefore from this we get MQR. MQR will now become minus 5 by 2. So therefore equation of QR will now become y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So we found this thing, minus 4 into x plus 2. Yes, so we have now this equation and this equation. So since a and b lies on it, okay, since a and b, that means r lies on equation 1 and equation 2. So now let us solve 1 and 2. So I'll be having basically 10x minus 3y, so 10a minus 3b and then minus 3b, and then this will become minus 50 plus 20. So minus 50 plus 20 minus 12 basically. So it will become minus 38 is equal to 0. And for this equation I'll be getting 5x plus 2y. It means 5a plus 2b, 5a plus 2b, and then so minus 4 plus 10, 6 plus 2 plus 2 is equal to 0. So now we need to solve this to get a and b. So we got a and b, this is 5a and then 2b. So on solving we get here 5 and 2 and we are getting minus 2, and this is 38. So yeah, so 20 plus 18 is 38, and 10 minus 12 is minus 2. So a will become 2 and b will now become minus 6. So a is 2 and b is minus 6. That means we found the coordinates now. So coordinates of r now is going to be, we can write down 2 and minus 6. So if it is 2 and minus 6, that means we now need the centroid. So yes, centroid we can just write down by your usual formula and celebrate. So this becomes 5 minus, so it's simply 5 over 3 comma 5 over 3, and then next is 4, 4, 8 minus 6 is 2 over 3. So we got C and D. Okay, so continue further. So centroid will become now C plus 2D. So C plus 2D will be equal to what? 5 by 3 plus 4 by 3. So we'll give you 9 by 3, which is equal to 3. So that makes our answer D, first correct. Option A will be correct. 3 is the answer. Yeah, so coming to question number 13. So it's given to be a tetrahedron, and vertices are given to be A, B, C, D. So yes, we have no problem. Let's draw it. So we can take this A, and here is my B. This is C. So A vertex is given to be 1, 2, 1. B is given to be 1, 3, minus 2, and C is given to be 2, 1, minus 1. And now D is some other vertex, like this, so that it should look like a tetrahedron. So basically you are seeing this version, right, projected. Now we have to drop the altitude from this. So they are saying the altitude from the vertex D to the opposite face. So it's like this. This is my altitude here. So it meets the median line segment through A of triangle at E. So yes, from here my median is passing, so it will go like this. So that means these two are now equal, and now this meets at the point E. So here is my E. We'll call this to be F. Okay, we'll call this to be F. So F is nothing but the midpoint of B and C. So that turns out to be 3 over 2 and 2 and minus 3 over 2. So we have the coordinates of f now. Now what do I need? I need the they are saying length of AD is given. So, okay, so this length is given, AD is given, it's given to be, AD is given to be root of 110 over 3, and the volume of this tetrahedron is given. So yes, let's go for the volume of tetrahedron. So volume of tetrahedron is going to be what? 1/3 of base area, so area of triangle ABC, into the height. So height is my DE, right? That's the altitude. So yes, now base area is given to be what? We have to find out. So let's find out the base area. So area of triangle ABC will now find out. So that will be what? Simply half of, we'll take the cross of AB cross AC. You can take any two, no problem. So AB cross AC we have got. So that turns out to be, let's write down the vector first. So AB cross AC, AB means B minus A. So yeah, B minus A turns out to be first I, J, K, and this will be basically 0 and then 3 minus 2, 1 and then minus 3, and similarly AC we want. So yes, 1, minus 1 and minus 2. Now we want its magnitude, so we'll just go on writing simultaneously. So that turns out to be minus 2 minus 3 for 5 means 25 plus next it is J, so yeah 3, so 9, and then next is K, so yeah 1. That means we now have this value to be 25 plus 1, 36 plus 1, 9, 35 over 2. So volume they have given to be what? Square root of 805 over 6 root 2 is equal to 1/3 of area is given to be root 35 by 2 into height is my DE. So we'll cancel 6 from here, and 35 and this thing will be cancelled because both are divisible. So I can write down 35 into 2650 plus 5. Yep, so 623 will come by root 2 will be equal to what? D. So we found D is equal to what? Root of 23 over square root of 2. Now our goal is to get the position vector of E. So for finding the position vector of E, what we can do is we can apply the section formula for internal division. So suppose my E divides segment AF in the ratio lambda is to 1. Okay, suppose my E divides AF in the ratio lambda is to 1. So let's write down the coordinates of E. So coordinates of E from here I can write down coordinates of E will be looking like this. So 3 over 2 lambda plus 1 over lambda plus 1, comma 2 lambda plus 2 over lambda plus 1, comma minus 3 by 2 lambda plus 1 over lambda plus 1. This we can further simplify and write down in a better form actually, so that it looks good. So yeah, I can write down E to be, this will become 3 plus 2 lambda over lambda plus 1, comma this will get cancelled, I will be getting only 2, and next part will become minus 3 plus minus 3 lambda actually. So minus 3 lambda plus 2 over lambda plus 1. So we got the coordinates of E. Now to get E, we need to get the value of lambda. So what we can do is we want DE. So we can now apply Pythagoras theorem. So by Pythagoras theorem I will be having, so in triangle ADE, so in triangle AED if I apply the Pythagoras theorem, so I will be getting AE square plus DE square will be equal to AD square. Yeah, so we'll apply Pythagoras theorem here in triangle AED. So I'll be having A square plus D square is equal to AD square. So A square we can write down. See, from E we are removing A. So yes, 2 lambda, and here one more minus lambda, and this will now become, okay, so this is everywhere is lambda plus 1. So this 1 2 will also come here. It will look like this. And same thing here also. So a square, if I subtract, then here what will happen? 2 lambda gets cancelled. I'll be getting only 1 lambda. So this will give me basically it's simply lambda over 2 times lambda plus 1 square. This plus 2 minus 2, this will now become 0. So yes, and then next is minus 3 minus 2. So yes, 5 lambda upon 2 times lambda plus 1 square. This plus d, we know it's already how much? 110 by 9. So square it, 110 by 9 is equal to AD square. So AD square is D square. So D square is basically root 23 by 2. So we'll be getting here 23 by 2 is equal to 110 by 9. 110 by 9. So we got this value. Now from here we have to get the value of lambda. Once we got lambda, means we got the coordinates of E. So let's find out the coordinates. So I'll remove this thing. It's not required. Even this one is not required. So we are applying Pythagoras theorem. We got a square plus d square equal to ad square. We wrote this value. Now we have to find out lambda. So yeah, to find out lambda, let's solve this equation. So basically it will give me 5 square 25 plus 1 6 26. So I'll be having here 26 lambda square upon 4 times lambda plus 1 the whole square is equal to 110 by 9 minus 23 by 2. So it's like this. We'll do calculation here itself. 110 by 9 minus 23 over 2. So this we can write down cross multiplication. So 220 minus 23 into 9 is 207. So yes, it will become 207. So 23 minus 18. So this thing can be written as further 13, and then by 9 into 2 is 18. So 13 by 18. So yes, we can cancel now. 13 and this 2 will be gone, and this 2 and this 9 will be gone. This 2 is also gone. Okay, so yeah, nice. So now we'll find the value of lambda. So yes, lambda over lambda plus 1 I'll be having 1 by 9. So from here I can say that lambda value is going to be lambda by lambda plus 1 is going to be 1 by 3 or minus 1 by 3. Both are possible. So plus minus. Okay, that means we'll get 2 coordinates of E. So it looks like they have given E. No problem, we can take any one of them. So lambda by lambda plus 1 equal to 1 by 3. That means lambda equal to 1 by 2 or minus 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3, so minus 1 by 3. So both are possible. Lambda equal to 1 by 2 or minus 1 by 3. So now we'll plug in lambda equal to 1 by 2 here. So this will give me what? 3 by 2 into 1 by 2. So 3 by 4 plus 1, so 7 by 6, 1, and then so 7 by 6 we have to see is there in which of the option. 7 by 6 and then 7 by 6, and then this will become 2 lambda 1 by 2. So yes, 2 gets cancelled, so 2 only. That means it should look like this. So coordinates of E are going to be 7 by 6, and then this is 2 already, and this will turn out to be again minus 3 by 2 is 4 minus 1, so 1 by 6. No, only 1, sorry. It should be only 1. So 7 by 6, 2 and minus 1, 2 and 1. So this will be, no, this is not 1. Coordinates of E we are trying to find out. So one of them is going to be 7 by 6, and then 2, and the last one is going to be minus 3 by 2. Lambda is 1 by 2. So if you plug in, you get 1, and then this will give me basically 6. So I'll be taking 6 common just to match with the options, because they have given 1 by 6 common and all. So take 6 common. So I'll be having 1 by 6 common. So I'll be having 7, and then 12, and then 1. So yes, 7, 12 and 1, so that will match with option C. So 7 by 6, 2 and 1, that means option C would be the correct answer for this. Okay, moving to the next. So this thing is given to be a question from probability, and it says that one die has 2 faces marked 1, 2 faces are marked 2. So that means it's a case of 2 dice. So we'll write down here die 1 and here we have die 2. So let's write down what's the problem with die 1. So it has one die, a die has 2 faces marked 1. So 1 is on 2 faces and 3 is on 1 face and 2 faces marked 2. 2 is on 2 face and 4 is marked on 1 face. 1 face marked 4. So done. It's die 2, die 1, and die 2 will be what? 1 face marked 1. So yes, 1 has only 1 face and 2 is marked on 2 faces. 2 is marked on 2 face and 3 is marked on 2 face again and 4 is marked on only 1 face. So on die 1 what will happen? Probability of 1 will become 2 by 6, probability of 3 will become 1 by 6, probability of 2 will now become 2 by 6 again, probability of 4 will become 1 by 6. This is on die 1. Now for die 2 what will happen? Probability of 1 will turn out to be 1 over 6, probability of 2 will become 2 by 6, similarly probability of 3 will become 2 by 6 and probability of 4 will become 1 by 6. This we found. Now what do we need? The probability of getting the sum of numbers to be 4 or 5. So of course means basically we want the probability of getting sum to be what? 4 or 5. So it will become what? P of 4 plus P of 5 minus intersection cannot be 4 and 5, so of course intersection will be empty, so P of 4 plus P of 5. So let us see now when can we get 4. So 4 we can get through 2 here, 2 here, that's fine, 1 here, 3 here, 3 here, 1 here. These are the only ways to get 4 and to get 4. And to get 5 will be having 1 4, 4 1, will be having 2 3 and 3 2. So this first entry means it's coming on the die 1, second one is on die 2. So we want to see when do we get 5. So yes, these are there, that means we now have to add the probabilities. So let's write down the probability then. So P of 4 union 5 will now become 2 2. So that means 2 on the first die will become 2 by 6 and 2 on the second die will become again 2 by 6. This plus for 1 3, for 1 we have here 2 by 6 and for 3 we have here again 2 by 6 and then plus for 3 1. So for 3 we have 1 by 6 and for 1 we have 2 by 6. So this is for 4 and then plus for 5 we will now write down. So for 5 I will be having write down the entries. So for 5 we have 1 and 4. So 1 we have 2 by 6 and for 4 I will be having again 1 by 6 plus for 4 1. So 4 1 by 6 and for 1 it is 1 by 6 plus for 2 3. For 2 we have 2 by 6 here and for 3 we have, for 2 we have 2 by 6, yeah, and for 3 we also again have 2 by 6 and then plus one more is 3 2. So for 3 here it's 1 by 6 and then for second one it is 2 by 6. So we just now have to add all of them. So total addition is the answer. So that gives me 2 into 2 4 plus 4 8 plus 2 10 plus 2 12 plus 4 14 plus 1 16 plus 2 18. So we get here total 18 by 36, which will give me what? Half. So here answer half will be correct. That means option 4 is the correct answer. Moving to the next. Yeah. So we have this function and it's given to be continuous at x is equal to 0. So basically we just have to simply write down limit. See, this function is continuous at x is equal to 0 means I'll be having left limit will be equal to right limit will be equal to the value at 0, f of x, f of 0 at sir cut. Okay. So coming to question number 15, this is a question on limits. So yes, we are given a function, it's defined on x less than 0 something, x more than 0 something, and this function is given to be continuous at x is equal to 0 means I have to say that limiting value is same as the functional value at 0 and both are equal, left limit, right limit, both are equal. So let's write down the limit x tends to 0 left limit. So for left limit I'll be having limit x tends to 0 and we have sine of k1 plus 1 x plus sine of k2 minus 1 x upon x, and here 2 will be outside waiting. And now we know it's of the standard form, so in the standard form you can simply write down the coefficient is the answer, right? So this is sine, see it's like this, you have limit x tends to 0 and then sine of kx by x, so here we get k, so we are using that concept. So we have here k1 plus 1, so I'll be getting k1 plus 1 and plus of k2 minus 1, and this must be equal to what? 4. So from here we get k1 plus k2 is equal to, this 1 gets cancelled, so k1 plus k2 is 2, call this equation 1. Also we will find the right limit. So in the right limit we have limit x tends to 0 plus f of x will give me limit x tends to 0. Here also we have to take this out, and log will write down in this form. So see, here we are doing one stunt first. It's 2 plus k1 by x and then 2 plus k2 by x. If we directly write down 2, then we have to write down 1 plus k1. You can do that way also, or else you can simply take 2 common, so it will become like this, log of 1 plus k1 by 2x and then 1 plus k2 by x. So this looks good actually, so that we can write down directly log of 1 plus k1 by 2x minus log of 1 plus k2 by 2x. This we know directly, it's also again standard log of 1 plus x, so we have to write down the constant. So we can write down the limit directly like this, 1 plus k1 by 2x minus log of 1 plus k2x, this over x will give me, again 4 will be equal to 2 times this we have here, k1 by 2 minus k2 by 2. So from here I'll be having k1 minus k2 is equal to 4. So this is my equation 2. So we got the value of k1 minus k2 as 4 and k1 plus k2 is 2, and we want k1 square plus k2 square. So yes, we can add both to get k1 as 3. So on solving we get k1 is equal to 3 and k2 is equal to, let's solve. So we get k1 is equal to 2, k1 is equal to 6 means k1 is equal to 3, yes, and if k1 is 3 that means k2 is equal to minus 1. So we want k1 square plus k2 square. So k1 square plus k2 square will be 10. That makes our option 3 correct. Coming to the next. Now look at this question. So they are saying if the system of equations has infinitely many solutions, then lambda square plus lambda is what? So this system has infinitely many solutions. That means definitely you can write down like this in this form first. Lambda minus 1, lambda minus 4, lambda, lambda, lambda minus 1, lambda minus 4, and lambda plus 1, lambda plus 2, and minus of lambda plus 2. This, and then here on the right side we have 5, 7 and 9. So it has got infinitely many solutions. That means what we can do is, here d is going to be what? 0, and dx is also 0, dy is also 0, and dz is also 0. this system has infinitely many solutions. Now if you see here, then everywhere it's lambda given. Everywhere it's lambda given. That means first of all our d should be equal to 0 and dx and dy dz must be 0. So for, of course, everyone knows how to solve this for sure by applying some row and column operation, but now I'll try to solve it by some other way. Once see, they want the value of lambda square plus lambda is equal to what? So if you watch it, this is lambda square plus lambda, that means it should be what? Lambda into lambda plus 1. That means looking at the given options, we should be able to write down as a product of two consecutive numbers. Another way of getting the value of lambda directly, you can solve by using row operation, column operation for sure, right? Column operation of course we cannot do here. This you can do only in determinant. So determinant you can take it this way and then do the column operation, row operation. So you can get the value of lambda, but you can be even more intuitive by getting the value of lambda directly by the options itself to see what will be my value of lambda. That I can just see where I am getting infinite solution, that must be my answer. That would be the approach. So lambda into lambda plus 1, that means all the options given must be written as the product of two consecutive numbers. So if you see 12, then 12 can be written as 3 and 4. So yes, correct, possibility is there. 10 we cannot write down, so leave it. 10, that means 10 cannot be the answer anyway. 6 is 2 into 3, 20 is 4 into 5. So if you watch carefully, then we have got 2, 3, 4, 5 as our suspicious objects. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lambda can be max to max 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what we know. So now if I plug in 2 here, okay, just for seeing. So if I plug in here 2, then I'll be getting 1. 2 minus 4 is minus 2, and this will give me 2. This will be 2. This will be 1. This will be minus 2. This is 2 plus 1, 3. 2 plus 2, 4. And this is minus 4. This system I have, and here I have 5, 7 and 9. Right? So for this system what we can do is, if you watch carefully, you can reduce it to your determinant and then see if the determinant becomes 0 or not. So once find out d. So d if you find, then it will become simply 1 into minus 4 plus 8 means 4, and then plus 2 into minus 8 plus 6 means minus 2, and then plus 2 into 6 minus 3 is 3. So we have here basically 6 plus 4 is 10 minus 4 is equal to 6. So the determinant itself becomes non-zero. That means lambda equal to 2 is not a possible solution. Moving to next, it will be 3. So similarly, when you plug in 3, it will give me 2. 2 minus 4 is minus 2. 3 we are plugging. So 3 minus 1 is 2. 3 minus 4 is minus 1. And then this is 3, 3, 2, minus 1, and lambda plus 1. That means 4 and 5 and minus 5. Now here we need to notice what will happen to this system. So if you see any pattern here in the rows or columns, so yeah, it looks like this if I multiply by 2 and subtract it here. So 6 minus 2 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5, minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5. That means yes, we found that our R3 is dependent. And you can watch here also the same thing. 14 minus 5 is 9. So that means our entire R3, including this. So if you're doing by rank method, it will be even more easy. Otherwise you can solve without calculating. So R3 will be what basically? It's 2R2 and minus R1. That means my entire one row 3 is dependent on R2 and R1. So that means we don't need the third plane. So we just need only 2 planes. That means it will have infinitely many solutions. So yes, lambda is locked. So lambda will become now 3. So lambda is 3 now. So therefore 3 square, they want lambda square plus lambda. So 3 square plus 3. So 9 plus 3, 12. So 12 must be our answer. Alright. Moving to the next part. Yes. Question number 17. If the first term of an AP is 3, so yes, A is equal to 3. Next is sum of first 4 terms. So sum of first 4 terms is equal to 1/5 of sum of next 4 terms. So it is like this. Let us say I have here t1, t2, t3, t4, t5, t6, t7, t8, like this. So sum of first 4 terms we know. S4 is 1/5 of sum of next 4. So for this next 4, what we can do? From this total, we can remove this one. That means it's going to be what? S8 minus S4 again. So I'll be getting 6 S4 is equal to S8, right? So from here we can write down 6, and what is S4? It's n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 d. This will now be equal to S8. S8 will be 8 by 2 and then 2a plus n minus 1 d. So let us see, something can be cancelled. So yes, 4 and 2's are gone, this 2 is gone, this 2, this 3 will be gone. So I'll be having 3 into 6 plus 3d will be equal to 6 plus 7d. So 3 into 3, 9 minus 7 is 2d is equal to 6 minus 18 is minus. So now here we can add down 18 minus 6 will give me 12 is equal to 7 minus 9 will give me minus 2d. That means we get d equal to minus 6. So we got d equal to minus 6. Now we just need the sum of first 20 terms. So yes, we can find out S20 will be equal to what? 20 over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This will give me 10 times, this is 6 minus 19 into 6 is 114, and 6 minus 114 will give me 108 into 10 will give me minus 1080. So minus 1080 would be the correct answer for this. Okay, moving to the next question. Okay, so coming to question number 18. So we are given an integration. So this is of the type we already have seen. It's x minus a to the power p into x minus b power q. So if my p plus q on adding gives me 2, that means I can now produce the derivative here. So like this means here, if you watch carefully, 11 by 13 plus 15 by 13 gives me 2. So I can write down x minus 11 over x plus 15 to the power 11 by 13 into x plus 15 square. Okay, you see, this is x plus 15 to the power minus 11 by 13 plus 2, that is balanced now. Okay, just because of this beauty, p plus q is 2. Now we can simply put this as t. So you can put x minus 11 over x plus 15 is equal to t. So we have the derivative, and derivative becomes x plus 15 square, and here it will become x plus 15 itself. Derivative is 1 minus x plus 15 will remain as it is, and derivative here will become x minus 11 will be here. So x minus 11 derivative will become 1. Dx is equal to dt. So from here this x and x will get cancelled. 15 plus 11 will give me 26. So 26 over x plus 15 square dx is equal to dt. So the entire decorum has been done. We just now have to integrate. So this will now become 1 over t to the power 11 by 13 and then dt over 26. We'll write down here, okay, because dx is 1 over x plus 15 square we have. Now we'll integrate it. So we get 1 by 26 and then t to the power minus 11 by 13. So this integration would give me 1 by 26 here, and then here we can write down t to the power minus 11 by 13 plus 1. So will give me 2 by 13, and here also 2 by 13, means I'll be getting like this, okay, plus c. So yes, this gets cancelled, we get here 1 by 4, and then t happens to be x minus 11 over x plus 15 to the power 2 by 13. So this is our I of x. That means we got I of x now. So we'll write it down here because we have to solve the other part as well. So I of x now turns out to be 1 over 4, and then now x minus 11 over x plus 15 to the power 2 over 13. So our I of x now becomes, we'll write down I of 37 minus I of 24. So this will now become 1 by 4 is common, and then this will become 37 minus 11. So it will give me 26 by 37 plus 15 is 52 to the power 2 by 13. This minus I of 24 we have to write down. So 24, let's write down. This will give me 313, and then 15 37 no 15 plus 24 39. This to the power 2 by 13. So this can be written as 1 over 4, and then 1 over 2 to the power 2 by 13 minus 1 over 3 to the power 2 by 13. But they want in the form of 1 by 13, so we can write down 1 over 4, and then this will be written as 4 to the power 1 by 13 minus 1 upon 9 to the power 1 by 13. So now this is actually balancing our things. So from here b will be equal to 4 and c will be equal to 9. So it will become b plus c. So yep, 9 plus 4, 13 into 3, 39. So here 39 would be the correct answer. So option 2 is correct. Coming to the next question, question number 19. So we have this guy here, and let P be the foot of perpendicular from the point. So it's like this. That means I have a line here, foot of perpendicular. This is my from the point Q. This is what, 10, minus 3 and minus 1. This is my foot of perpendicular right here. Say this is F, we'll call it. No, sorry, they have given P is the foot of perpendicular. Then area of the right triangle, triangle PQR. So it's somewhere going to be my another triangle now R. So we have to find out the area of this triangle. Okay, this right angle triangle PQR we have to find. That means our goal is to get P. So our goal is to get P means we have to get the foot of perpendicular. So let the foot of perpendicular be our it's a point on this line. So the line is given. So we'll write down the line like this: x minus 3 upon 7 is equal to y minus 2 upon minus 1 is equal to z plus 1 upon minus 2 is equal to some lambda. So I'll be getting x is equal to 7 lambda plus 3, y will be minus lambda plus 2, and z will be minus 2 lambda minus 1. So P point we got 7 lambda plus 3 comma minus lambda plus 2 comma and minus 2 lambda minus 1. So we got these points. Now for this point I just need the this lambda part. So basically we have to deal with a lot of things. So for that we can directly deal with lambda is equal to what, a into x2 minus x1 plus b into y2 minus y1 plus c into z2 minus z1 over a square plus b square plus c square. Correct? So this x1, y1, z1 are the points on which line is passing through. So our x1, y1, z1 is going to be my line passing through the point. So it is 3, 2 and minus 1. And my x2, y2, z2 are going to be the point whose foot of perpendicular we are finding. So which is 10, minus 3 and minus 1. Now, and ABC are usually the DRS of the line. So DRS of the line is 7, minus 1 and minus 2. So let's plug in all the values to get lambda. So from here I'll be getting lambda equal to A. What is A? 7. And A minus B. x2 minus x1 is again 7. And then plus B is minus 1 into minus 3 minus 2. And then C is minus 2 and then 0. So yes, gone, and then over A square 49 plus 150 plus 454. So this is 54 now. That means this is 49 plus 5 again 54. So lambda is 1 from here. So if lambda is 1, that means we got the point P as what? Lambda is 1. So P will become now just 10 comma 1 comma minus 3. So we got the points 10, 1 and minus 3. Now we need the area of this triangle. Okay, so now we want the area of triangle PQR. So let's find out the area of triangle PQR. So area of triangle PQR we have to find out. Now this will become what? It will become half of, we can write down this modulus of PQ cross PR. So after solving this thing, PQ cross PR, we have all the vectors, so this will turn out to be what? Half of this PQ and PR we have, right? So you can just simply write down this vector, and this at the end turns out to be 3 root 30. Alright. The main base was to find out the coordinates of P. Once we are done, we have to find out the area of triangle. That turns to be 3 root 30. So here option D would be the correct answer. Coming to this, question number 20. Now what's there? This line intersects the parabola 4y equal to 3x square. So this parabola is like this, and then we have a line here. It intersects the parabola at 2 points A and B, right? So you can take it like this. This diagram is just for the reference purpose, not to scale. And then at the points A and B, then at the vertex of parabola, the line segment AB subtend an angle equal to what? So basically they want this angle. What is this theta? So here there are two ways possible. You can either put this line into the parabola and find out this point of intersection, then find out the slopes of OA and OB and then solve, or you can simply use the concept of homogenization, right? So what we will do, we will homogenize parabola. We will homogenize parabola. So 3x square minus 4y is equal to 0 by, the line is given to us. So we'll write down in the proper form like 2y minus 3x is equal to 12. So we'll divide by 12. So I'll be getting 2y minus 3x by 12 equal to 1. Right? So let's homogenize. So we'll write down 3x square minus 4 times y, and then next at the place of 1 we'll be writing 2y minus 3x upon 12. This is 2y. This is equal to what? 0. So you can cancel this one here. So I'll be getting 9x square minus 4 3s are 12, 9x square minus, and then 2y square, and then plus 3xy is equal to 0. Right? Once check everything, 9x square, yes, minus 2y square, fine, and yeah, correct. So now this is like homogeneous equation, ax square plus 2hxy plus by square. So angle between the lines is given by tan theta is equal to 2 times root of h square minus ab over a plus b. So let's use this thing. So I'll be getting tan theta will be equal to what? Modulus of 2 times root of h square. So square root of h square means 3 over 2. So h square minus ab. So a is 9 and b is minus 2 over a plus b. So again this will be give me 7. So from here I'll be getting tan theta is equal to 2 times, this 2 will actually get cancelled because in the second multiplication we have 2 square in the denominator. So this 2 is gone. So we can simply write down square root of just 9 minus, no, plus, this becomes 9 into 4, 9 into 2, 18 into 4, 72. So 72 by 7. This will give me what? Root of 81, which is 9 over 7. So tan theta is equal to 9 over 7. That makes your answer 3 correct. So by homogenization we have solved this question in a nice manner, in fact. Moving to the next part. So coming to question number 21. Let's see. So here it's given that there is a circle and it touches the line. So yes. And its center is on the x-axis, so fine, and it also cuts off a chord, so yeah, connect it here. We'll draw the perpendicular. Now what are they saying? It cuts off a length of it cuts off a chord of length 4 root 13. That means I can write down this one to be 2 by root 13 and this one is also 2 by root 13. This is my radius, we don't know. Center we can take it h comma 0. Alright, and this is my line x minus y plus 1 equal to what? 0. So now what we will do, we'll first try to get two conditions. One is that we can use this formula for length of the chord, and second is we can apply condition of tangency. Our goal is to get h. So we can write down, suppose this is my distance d, okay, this is r, so we can write down d square plus 2 by root 13 square is equal to r square. Now what is d? It's distance from this point from the line, so I'll be writing minus 3h minus 1 over square root of 13 plus 2 by root 13 square is equal to r square. So here we can write down 3h plus 1 square plus 4 is equal to 13 r square. This is my equation 1. Also, by condition of tangency, so by condition of tangency, I'll be having d equal to r. So d equal to r means what? Distance, this is I am calling d, perpendicular distance, again d, and it's same as r. So d equal to r, that means I'll be having d. So yeah, h plus 1 over square root of 2 modulus must be equal to what? R. So yes, we will again write down h plus 1 square is equal to what? 2 r square. So that means we now have two equations, equation 1 and equation 2. So we have to get h and r from here. So let us do one thing. This we will try to eliminate r square first. So this is 13 here, this is 2 here. So I'll multiply first equation by 2 and second equation by 13 and subtract it, so that 26 r square is gone. So I am now having just 13 times 3h plus 1 square, and then minus, we have subtracted, right? So minus 2 times h plus 1 square, right? No, reverse, sorry. This we have to multiply by 13, no? And this is 2 times. So 2 times 3h plus 1 square plus 8 minus 13 times h plus 1 square is equal to 0. We get this equation. Now we'll open this one. So I'll be having times 3h plus 1 square. Continuing further, so this will give me 2 times 3h plus 1 square. So just open this. So this will give you, this would give us in fact 2 times 9h square plus 6h plus 1 minus 13 times same thing, h square plus 2h plus 1, and then plus 8 will be equal to 0. So from this I'll be having removing this thing. So I'll be having from here 18 minus 13 is 5h square, and then 12 minus 26 is minus 14h, and then 2 plus 8, 10 minus 13 is minus 3 is equal to 0. So from here we will be getting 5h 15. So yes, so 5h square plus h minus 15h minus 3 equal to 0. So from here we'll take 5h common, so h minus 3 plus 1 common, h minus 3 equal to 0. So from here we get h is equal to 3, and h is equal to minus 1 by 5 will be rejected because that's not on the positive x axis. So h is equal to 3 we got. That means center we have got, h is equal to 3. We can now plug in into this equation and get a radius. So setting h is equal to 3 into this equation will give me 3 plus 1 4 square. 16 is equal to 2r square. So r is equal to 2 root 2. I got radius also 2 root 2. Now after this, coming to the next part. So next part will now start from here. So the next part is basically saying there is a hyperbola whose one of the foci. So foci of the hyperbola is what basically? It's alpha e comma 0, right? It's on the x-axis only. So alpha e comma 0 is the foci of the hyperbola, and length of the transverse axis is going to be what? 2 alpha. So foci of the hyperbola is going to be the center of C. What is the center? H we have found 3. So it's going to be 3 comma 0, and length of the transverse axis is going to be the diameter. So diameter is 2r, means 4 root 2, right? So from here we get alpha is equal to 2 root 2, and from here we'll square this thing. So alpha square e square will be equal to 9. Now alpha square e square can be written as alpha square plus beta square is equal to 9. Why? Because e square is equal to 1 plus beta square over alpha square. We know this, the formula for eccentricity. So we'll just plug in here. So I'll be getting alpha square e square is equal to alpha square plus beta square. Alpha square is going to be 8. So that means from here we get beta square is equal to 1. So we got now alpha square plus beta square. So alpha square is basically 8. So alpha square is 8 and beta square is 1. So let's plug in the value here. So this will give me 2 times 8 plus 3 times 1. So 16 plus 3 will give me 19. So 19 would be the correct answer for this. Moving to the next question. It says that if the set of values of a for which this equation has 3 distinct real roots, that means it's a cubic equation and it should have 3 distinct real roots. So 5x cube, coefficient of x cube is positive, and that means my graph will come from bottom like this. This would be the possible graph. They are saying 3 distinct real roots, means it should be distinct. So that means x-axis should not become the tangent at any point. So for this thing we can see clearly here, this is the point of maxima, this is the point of minima. Okay. So if you want 3 distinct real roots, so we'll simply differentiate this function. So it will become 15x square minus 15. So yes, x is equal to 1 and minus 1. So now we have got minus 1 and 1, and now we want 3 distinct real roots. So for having 3 distinct real roots, what should happen? The maximum value and the minimum value must be of the opposite sign. That means I can say that f of minus 1 into f of 1 must be negative, because if they are not negative, then there is one more possibility. It might happen like this, because we want to have 3 distinct real roots. So it can happen like this, right? But here in this case we are not having the real root. Why? Because the maximum and minimum value have the same sign. Similarly, it can be like this also. Here also we have only one real root. Max and min have the same sign. So if max and min have the opposite sign, means we are going to get 3 distinct real roots. So f of minus 1 and f of 1 is negative. So just plug in the values. So f of minus 1 will give me minus 5 plus 15 minus a into f of 1 will become what? Minus 10 minus a is negative. Alright, that means from here we get 15 minus 5 is 10. So a plus 10 and a minus 10 is what? Negative. So that means my a will belong to what? Minus 10 to 10. Alright, a will belong to minus 10 to 10. So alpha is equal to 10 and beta is also, alpha is minus 10, beta is 10. So we want 10 minus 2 times minus 10 will give you 30. So the answer here should become 30. So coming to question number 23, we want the sum of all rational terms in the expansion of this. So it's a question on the multinomial expansion. So we'll write down the general term. So general term will be written as 6 factorial over 1 to the power alpha, 2 to the power 1 by 3 beta, and 3 to the power 1 by 2 gamma. And here it will become alpha factorial, beta factorial, gamma factorial. Now alpha we have the full control, but beta should be multiple of 3 and gamma should be multiple of 2. Beta should be multiple of 3 and gamma should be multiple of 2. So we'll accordingly impose the conditions. So alpha, beta, gamma will write down here. Now let us start imposing the conditions. So first let's set gamma 0. So if gamma is 0, beta also I am setting 0, alpha will take the entire load 0. By the way, gamma can be only 0, 2, 4 and 6. So if my gamma is 0, beta is 0, alpha is 6. Gamma 2, set again beta 0, alpha we can take 4. Set beta again 0, this will be 2. Set again beta 0, this will be 0. So we got 4 cases here itself with 0, 2, 4, 6. That means even more cases will be there for this. So let's add even more. So now we have done with 0, 2, 4, 6. Now we'll start with beta. So if my beta is 0, beta is 3, okay, and gamma is 0, suppose, then this one I can take 3. So yes, this works. And if my beta is 6 and gamma is still 0, I can manage with this 0. So yes, that also gives me 6. And last part we have taken 0, 0, yes, 0, 0, 0. Now we have to take one more case where all of them are alive. So we can take 2, gamma will be taken as 2, this will be 3 and this will be 1. So these are the only possible cases where we are going to get the rational terms. Now we have to find the sum of all those rational terms. So sum of all rational terms we now have to find out. So sum of all rational terms will now be equal to what? So just plug in the values. So 6 factorial by 6 factorial. Now when we write down alpha power 6, so gone, plus again next is going to be 6 factorial, 4 factorial, 2 factorial. Who will be alive here? Alpha, so not required, gamma is 2, so means 3 will be there, plus 6 factorial by 2 factorial, 4 factorial, alpha is 2, so 1 power not required, gamma is 4 means 3 square would come, plus 6 factorial over again 6 factorial, and this is gamma, so means 3 cube would come, plus 6 factorial by 3 factorial, 3 factorial, so it will be 2 to the power just 2 because alpha is 1, so not required, plus again then 6 factorial and then again 6 factorial and then 2 to the power 2 plus one last case would come 6 factorial over 3 factorial 2 factorial and then beta is 3, so 2 will be alive and also gamma is there, so gamma is 2, that means 3 is also there. So this into 3 means we can write in total 6 here directly as it is. So we'll write 6 here. That means we now have to sum them up. So let's sum them up total. So this will get cancelled and here 6 factorial means it will give me just 30 given to be a circle, and we have the graph y equal to mod x minus 1 means it will go somewhat like this, and they are saying that they want the area of the larger portion bounded between these two curves, that means they want this area basically. So for this thing what we will do, we will find out total area and then we will remove this unwanted area. So required area is going to be, total area minus alpha. So this alpha we have to write down. So this alpha, if you watch carefully, then it will be basically we have to find this point of intersection and this point of intersection. So for this thing, this is my graph x minus 1 and this is 1 minus x. So yes, this we can write down solving with circle. So x square plus x minus 1 square equal to 25. So 2x square minus 2x minus 24 equal to 0 means x square minus x minus 12 equal to 0. So x plus 3 and x minus 4 equal to 0. So it will go from x equal to minus 3 to 4. So this is minus 3, this is 4. So now for alpha we will write down, alpha will go from minus 3 to 1, upper curve minus lower curve, and then plus 1 to 4, upper curve minus lower curve. So what is the upper curve here? Up to here we have the circle, upper curve is circle, means you just take the pin and then upper curve is this and then lower curve is of course the lower one. So upper curve is going to be circle, so which is root of 25 minus x square minus lower curve is 1 minus x, and here upper curve is again circle, 25 minus x square, but lower curve is x minus 1 this time. Upper curve is circle here in this region. This is going to be circle, and lower curve is my line. So yes. Now let us find out. So this is basically adding these two because it's addition only. So from minus 3 to 4, it's going to be root of 25 minus x square dx, and then these two areas we have to find out. So minus 3 to 1, 1 minus x means we have to find out this area. So this we can do by half into base into height. So half into base into height, this, and then also one more will come for this guy. So yeah, half into this is 1 to 4. So base is 3 and height is 4 minus 1 is also 3. So we got this. Now this integration turns out to be, let's write down the integration value, and this will now become x by 2 under root of 25 minus x square plus 25 by 2 and then sine inverse of x by 5. So limit goes from minus 3 to 4. So let's plug in the values here. So it will become 4 by 2. So 2 times root of 25 minus 16 is 9, square root is going to be 3, plus 25 by 2 sine inverse of 4 by 5. This minus lower limit will give me minus 3 by 2, give me minus 3 by 2, minus 3 by 2, and then 25 minus 9, 16, so 4 it will give me this, and then minus of 25 by 2 and then sine inverse of 3 by 5, right? I have written minus already. This will now become 6 and this is also 6, so 12. This total will become 12. So this one can be written as what? I'll write down here in this portion. So this will give me 6 plus 6 will give me 12, and then 25 by 2 sine inverse 4 by 5 plus 25 by 2 sine inverse of 3 by 5. This sine inverse of 3 by 5 can be written as cos inverse of 4 by 5, and then sine inverse plus cos inverse will give me pi by 2. So I'll be getting 25 by 2 into pi by 2, right? And then minus 16 by 2 minus 9 by 2, so minus 25 by 2. So I'll be getting 25 by 2 pi by 2, so 25 pi by 4 plus, and then 12 minus 25 by 2. So this will now going to give me, yeah, we have to now subtract from 25 pi. So let's write it down there. So entire part I'll remove. So 25 pi minus the required part is going to be basically 12 plus 25 by 2 minus 25 pi by 4. So 100 minus 25 is 75 pi by 4, and then 25 by 2 minus 12 will give me plus 1 by 2. So we can multiply this by 2, this also by 2. So 1 upon 4 times 75 pi plus 2. Yeah, so here B is equal to 75 and C is equal to 2. So answer is going to be 77, B plus C. Alright, moving to the next part, last question 25. So it's given that this equation has equal roots. So first you notice the cycle, it's given to be A into B minus C and B C minus A and C A minus B. That means this cyclic things comes, so we should check x is equal to 1. So once put x is equal to 1, so the moment we put x is equal to 1, this turns out to be A B minus C plus B C minus A plus C A minus B. This gets cancelled, total is equal to 0. means x is equal to 1 is one of the root. So x is equal to 1 is one of the root, and it's saying that it has equal roots, that means both roots are 1. So yes, we are done now. So that means both roots are now 1. So both roots are 1. That means both roots are 1 means we can write down sum of the roots. So sum of the roots is going to be what? So b into c minus a minus upon a into b minus c is equal to 1. Sum of the root is 1. No, 2, sorry. Sum of the roots is going to be 1 plus 1, so 2. No? This is my sum of roots, and product also we can write down. So c into a minus b upon a into b minus c is equal to 1, right? Now let us solve this equation. So I'll be having here bc minus ab, yeah, it should be minus bc plus ab is equal to 2ab minus 2ac. So from here we can write down AB is equal to AC plus BC. So AB will be equal to, we can take C common and then we get A plus B here. So call this 1. No, actually we have to take AC common because they have given A plus C is given to B. So let's again simplify. Minus BC plus AB is equal to 2AB minus 2AC. So let's bring this one here. So I'll be getting AB will be equal to, this will go to that side, it will become 2AC and then minus BC. So we can write down here AB plus BC is equal to 2AC. So now B we can take common, it will turn out to be A plus C is equal to 2AC. So B value we know, it's 36 by 5. 36 by 5 given, and A plus C is also given to be what? 15 is equal to what? 2 AC given, right? That means from here we can get AC then. So AC will now become from here, so 5 3s are 15, 54. So AC will now become 54. We got AC to be 54. Now we have to get A square plus C square. That means I should be getting somewhere A plus C. So A plus C, we have to get A plus C is, yeah, so A plus C is given to be 15. So let us square this. So A square plus C square plus 2AC is equal to 225. We already have got AC 54. So A square plus C square will become 225 minus 108. 54 into 2. So 15 minus 8, 7, 1, 1. So answer should be 117 then. We completed solving 2025 January 23 shift 1 paper. Right? Thank you so much for watching.